I always thought a relationship was solid until my ex James came up with the most ridiculous reason to break up with me. He said I had cheated on him, but his evidence was a random Facebook account. The woman didn't even look like me. She had black hair and blue eyes while I have red hair and brown eyes. He went off in a storm of angry texts, and within seconds he blocked me, not even giving me a chance to explain. At the time I was on my way to see my dad, who had just been seriously injured in a car accident. I visit him every weekend to help take care of him. When I left, everything felt fine between me and James. Eternally, he thought otherwise. Some of his behavior didn't surprise me, though a few months ago he cheated on me too. I didn't find out until a year later, and even though I was heartbroken, he seemed genuinely regretful. I forgave him. Looking back, I really shouldn't have given him that chance. For 2 years, James lived in my house rent-free. The house was in my name, and he never contributed a penny towards bills or repairs. I supported him the whole time, letting him focus on his career, which was basically playing video games and doing the occasional freelance job. For him to block me over some baseless accusation, without even letting me explain, it really pissed me off. After a night of agonizing over it, I decided I was done. The next day, I drove home with my uncle and a few friends to pack up his things. James was in the guest room playing games, completely unaware of what was about to happen. When I told him to pack up and leave, he actually complained about being interrupted during his game, saying I ruined his ranking. My patience was gone. I just pulled the plug on his game. He totally freaked out. My uncle stepped in and gave him 10 minutes to pack his stuff. James was pissed, throwing his things into bags, texting like crazy, probably posting something about me on social media. When he tried to take my Ethernet cable, I stopped him, telling him it wasn't his. He mumbled something under his breath but didn't argue further. About 15 minutes later, he had packed up his clothes, his gaming gear, and a few personal items. He didn't even look at me or say a word. You teched him walk out. I felt an odd sense of relief, though there was a bit of sadness too. Afterward, my friends and I ordered pizza to try to lighten the mood, but honestly, it all left me feeling emotionally drained. I decided to cut him out, completely changed the locks, installed extra security to make sure he wouldn't try anything crazy. I also scheduled a doctor's appointment for a checkup because after everything he put me through, I didn't want to take any chances. This breakup was a wake-up call for me. I had invested so much into someone who didn't appreciate me, and now I finally realize how much I've undervalued myself. I'm going to take time to heal and focus on my growth, but one thing's for sure, I will never lower my standards again. Have any of you been through something similar? What do you think about putting in all the effort in a relationship while the other person doesn't?